Oh yeah, we are live. This is me. This is real. This is not recorded. Well, it kind of is recorded. It's kind of a bit delayed. So I don't even know if I'm coming out live yet, but this is live. I'm Chris in Dad's RC Hangar. I've been a bit nervous about all this going on today because normally I do the video and stick it on the computer, cut out the really bad bits that when I'm nattering on for about an hour, as you probably know. And then it's yours. But today is live, so you have to excuse me now. I'm probably not looking straight at the camera because I'm looking at a little monitor, so I can actually see what's going out kind of live. And then I'm going to look here to see how many people are on there. I don't know if there is, or even look at my phone to say this is the first time we got apparently 3 people in chat. So that's probably my mum. That's probably also my family. So yeah, well, we'll just hold on for a second, talk amongst yourselves, but we are waiting for a few people that said they was going to come and say hello. If not, we'll just rub it on for a little bit and talk about what we're going to be doing in the show. So if I just turn down the phone, it is kind of delayed, so from what I perceive as live, it's probably a bit delayed for about 30 seconds, maybe something like that. I don't know why. Doesn't matter to you, it's just a bit weird for me because and here you go, Ian, you're not with the Spruce Goose. Ian Brooks is in the house. Hi Ian, how you doing? He's our residence XRAF person. which is great. So he said he was going to come, and you did. So appreciate that. Thank you very much. As I say, it comes up. It comes up sort of a little bit on here. I need another screen up there. So I'm so blind as a bat that I can't see right behind the camera. So you are an extreme close up today. So I'm spitting all over the place. Look at me. So well, that's okay. Ian's in there, and so is Chloe. Hello, Chloe. She's there supporting me. Bless her heart. So there you go. Here we go. Yeah, hi matey. Yeah, there you go. I've got it. Does come up here, so that's good. So I can turn off the phone because I wasn't sure if this software it has got any like a chat thing, so I can read it. So I'm just going to bring that so I can read it a bit better. Even if it's me, you, and Ian, and the family, then yeah, we'll just carry on anyway. It's always good. As I say, it's a bit worried about going live because so many things can go wrong. But I've got a fresh battery in the camera. Yeah, as I say, I'll have to post a picture or something on the forum. Talking of forum, well, there's only a couple of us in here. We know the forum because you're already on it, Ian. So, but we'll give it a second. Furball, oh my God, he's here. I was getting a bit worried, Furball, because I thought, well, I haven't heard from you on the forum or anything, and I was a bit worried with all this stuff that's going about. So I was going, oh God. But it must be what about sort of 11 o'clock in the US, maybe something like 11 midday. I'm not sure. But he's here. This is good. Hi Chris. Hi pilots. Yes, we're all pilots here. All RC pilots. This is why we're here. To talk about RC stuff. But you know, I mean, in today's climate at the moment, which we really don't know what's going on. I mean, you know, there's talk of you know, sort of RC boats. If you've got a lake, if you've got a pond out there, and obviously. Quadcopters, drones that most people call them. I mean, anything that hasn't got a man in or a person in is a drone anyway, so I don't know why they say it's specific drone. So I'm droning on as usual, but you get the full uncut version of me droning on, so I can only apologise, and you hope that the battery will run out quickly on the camera. So, but there's a few of us here, and the main people are here that support me and follow me, which I really appreciate. I really do, guys. You know, we've got a lot of things coming up. So while we're here, because it's, you know, the main people work, yep, 11 a.m. always at work. Damn. I was speaking to someone in the States yesterday, and they said they was on lockdown from their work, so I'm not sure what work you do, but be safe anyway. As I say, this is the 4th week, I think, something like that, 4th week that I've been working from home, which is good and bad, you know. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about RC stuff. So, if you, as you see, you've seen the Mustang. Now, I had a big issue with Mr. RC Sound. I thought it was me. It's all me. But the RC Sound got back to me and said, look, you know, send it to the States. It costs $25 to look at, and, you know, then you pay for it to come back and all that sort of stuff. So I spoke to Motion RC, and Motion RC were brilliant. They turned around and said, we'll send you another one in the post. Boom, it comes tomorrow. So hopefully that won't be booming and popping and whatever else it was doing. So we'll go with that. There was a bit uncertain about the sequencer. You know, they said, oh, can you test this and test that? But so at the moment it's hanging up in the hangar, and the wings are over there on the wing pile that you don't really see. But I will bring it all back down again when Mr. RC Sound comes. So that's good, because that was pretty awesome. And then I'll send one back. But it just goes to show that, you know, you buy from a good company like Motion RC, they offer the support as well. You know, as long as you tell them exactly what happened, you know, sort of not set it alight and say, well, it weren't me. You know, I didn't do that. You know, I'm sure they'll turn and go, well, you know, this guy's telling the truth. So let's send him a new one. What else have we got coming up? I don't know. Yes, we have got. What have we got? I wrote everything down actually, so I thought I'd forget. We got the Zod HD, ZOHD, which is the FPV plane, and for inside it, you've got like a video transmitter, and apparently it gets really hot. And look at this. I made this in. I don't know if it's going to come up. It might do if I just try. Look at that. There you go. I printed that in a 3D printer, so I stuck me sort of super duper 3M tape on there, which will hold the transmitter, and then the cable kind of comes round and through up into the aerial. But it's just something. It's such a great thing. Is to design something on like Fusion 360 I use, which is free for little old me and little old everybody else. If you're a full-on company and selling 1 billion of these, then I think they say, come on, let's pay for the subscription. But it's great to actually design something and then 3D print it. I think the only weird thing is when you're designing, this looks about 20 times bigger on the screen, but you know, you just got to get the size right. But yeah, so that's coming up. That's the next videos. This will be from Friday. I've been waiting to get all the bits and pieces for the ZOHD Extreme, which is my first FPV, first person view. Yes, that's it, FPV experiment. Not that I can get anywhere, not that I can fly anywhere, but let's get it going anyway. So also now there's David from our group who's been doing some wonderful things. I mean, in the UK we seem to have a shortness of visor masks, and he's a bit of a 3D printer guru, and he's printing masks, you know, the things that fit around your head. Fantastic, what a top bloke. But I was actually chatting to him the other day to see if my printer base was big enough to print it, and it's not. It's like 400 by 400, unless you've got like a really small head, like a small alien or some random person with a small head. I can't print one, so yeah, shame really. You know, I was going to do my little bit to help out all them lovely people out there. But yeah, anyway, going off tangents as I do, he was saying to me, look, you know, let's hook up and do a video together, because he's a bit of a guru with quadcopters, as people call drones or quadcopters, or you know, octocopters. He's a bit of a whiz, and there's a couple of guys in the flying group that are pretty cool. And so yeah, so that's going to be another thing, and you know, we're going to probably sort of name that, you know, sort of like, say you want to build a drone, and we'll do a series of that. Whether it's after lockdown or if it's in between lockdown, then I'm sure we can hook something up and do something. But he's also the man who's been telling me what to get with the ZOHD in the way of FPV, and other people on the forum that I was hoping to speak today, but they're not here, I don't think. So 3D print, yes, verbal 3D printing is wonderful stuff. It's fantastic. As I say, I got a sort of like my first Tomy machine really, but it's great. It's does what it's sort of plug and play, and it prints what I need it to print. You know, I've been playing about with it. You know, I printed a bumblebee the other day, and yeah, as you do, as a request from family. But yeah, I think it's brilliant. It's, you know, especially for this sort of thing, you know, this kind of like where you needed this inside the fuselage, where to make sure it gets air around it and everything else. So, you know, it's even got like little, there is a word for it, but chamfered edges and bits and pieces. And what else have we got coming up? So we've got our Shrike glider to build still. I've done the unboxing. That's a Motion RC glider. That's coming up soon as well. I've got to finish that. I mean, I wanted to get all these planes ready for when it's not locked down and just get out there. I mean, I think if it's rain, storm and hail and everything else afterwards, I'm just going to fly a plane anyway. Whether it crash and burns or whatever else, if I can drag Keith out there, if he's willing to do that. So there's what's that? Drone how would be good. Yeah, it's yeah. You know, I think, you know, personally as well, I've always looked at the quadcopter drones as like, it'd be pretty cool. You know, you can, as I say, Ian's got a helicopter. They scare me, helicopters. I've seen so many videos where they crash and the blades just go everywhere. And when you watch all these sort of video YouTube things with the helicopters, the actual helicopters, you know, where they, you know, catapult their blades. Oh, scary stuff. You know, you get one of them blades, go, oh mate, oof, no thank you. So quadcopters just as bad, I suppose, you know. But you know, they're little diddy blades, I suppose, unless you get a massive copter that's big blades. Same thing, really. But anyway, we want to know how to build one, so you can. As for all the regulations with the Civil Aviation Authority (CAA), and in America, I think it's the FAA, saying about that you're not allowed to. It's scaring me. I bet it's scaring you, Ian. You're a brave man doing a helicopter. Or as we call them, jellyhopters, because we get a lot of Chinooks and other ones, Apaches, all flying over here. Normally in the summer, we get the red arrows coming over here, which is fantastic. We're in a nice little spot for airplanes and stuff. But anyway, going off the tangent. So quadcopter's great. You know, whether we can fly it in the back garden. You know, I know there's restrictions to that, but you know, I've had a little play around, and you know, I want to, you know, be fun. So, you know, if and I'll have a chat with David later. He is busy, obviously, doing his 3D printing, and we're still working from home. I'm still working from home, but you're not there like 9 till 5. You know, sometimes I end up working at night. You know, it's whatever's easiest for me. But I'll ask him when we get time, and maybe we can sort of like set out what you get, what you need to get, and then, you know, give it a while. So you say, right, okay, we're going to get this, we're going to get these motors, we're going to get this or this or this. If he wants to start from scratch, which I think he does, and then, you know, see if it's within everyone's budget. You know, we can first of all put it on the forum. I think everybody's here is on the forum anyway, so I don't need to flash up my little forum button that I had. I'm going to do it anyway, somewhere around here, and look at this. I didn't actually name it. Yeah. So I'm going to probably ring up something which I'm not going to... No. As I say, this I'm still getting used to it. I was concerned about, because it comes from a Mac, that the audio wouldn't work properly, because the Mac has just these weird ports now. It's not human anymore, it's a robot. But yeah, so that's something we'll do anyway, is whack up the forum, say, you know, is this with anyone's price range? Because then it's nice, because then we're all building it together, so we can go step by step with David. You know, simple things and slight little things, but the main thing would be setting it up. So, you know, as soon as you sort of take off, it's not going to fly off in bits and pieces. And, you know, we'll probably put a nice little flight controller on there that that will control it, so you can like flip a switch and it will hover, and, you know, bits and pieces. We'll have a look at that. I mean, the ZOHD that I'm building for the FPV, that's got a flight controller, that's got an iNav. That's going to be really cool. So it's like return to home. I mean, it's an aeroplane. It was a very spacey aeroplane, but how cool would that be to sort of like flick a button and the plane comes to home? I mean, yeah, little things, you know. So, but talking of planes, I mean, look at this group build. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for here. Now look at this bad boy. Now look at, if I probably going to get the wrong image here, but let's try this. Look at this bad boy. This is a Saab Lizard. Now this is, I come across this the other day from a video, and now this is goddamn sexy. This can be an EDF, but this is a jet engine, and the price range from this is quite dear. Yeah, it's about $1,500, whatever that is in pound sterling. It's probably not that much different. But let me show you another picture of it. It freaking comes on a tank. You can buy a tank, and it flies off a tank. I tell you what, if after this is finished and you want to laugh, look up the Saab Lizard on YouTube, and it takes off a freaking tank. So you RC drive the tank out onto the runway and then take off. Crazy. Now there is a little one that I was looking at, and this one is called, if I've written it down right, the KR-48 Tortuga. So no, it's not the pirate Tortuga, but it is Tortuga, or the island, and it's called Robo Drone. Now, if you have a look at this, this is all fiberglass, and it's either a jet engine or an EDF. And the great thing about this is that it's about 250 quid, 250 pounds. So you're probably looking at, I don't know, $280 or something. So that's not bad. I mean, for you know, a fiberglass aeroplane that's can be a jet engine, but it comes as an EDF for £300. That's not bad, is it? You know, I mean, fiberglass. So, you know, it's not going to have them little dents. I suppose if you crash it, it's going to be a bit more expensive. But it's fiberglass, so presumably you can just get some buy some fiberglass and paint it and stick it, let it dry, sand it down, spray it. It's a lot easier than foam. I mean, foam, yes, you can build it back together again, but you know, I've got one here that the front nose is all crushed in, and it's, in my eyes, it's game over. Yeah, that is a sexy jet. I mean, the full size one is a lot of money, but you know, yeah. So that's, I don't know. You know, I need to sort of keep the wife happy. then get one. Maybe, who knows? What else was we looking at? Yeah, I was looking at the at spraying. Now I've got an old plane here. I don't want to pick it up in case it all falls over, but it's what's it called? I can't even remember the name of it now. I know there's stuff leaning on it, and if I pick it up, it's all gonna go crazy. I should have written it down. It's not a what for. It's not a what for, but it's the guy that makes what for, and it's the Acro Watt. There we go, Acro Watt. So it's an old Acro Watt that was one of the first ones I had. I bought a Watt 4 was my first plane, and it crashed and burned. I think I haven't got it anymore. Actually, it just it was a bad state, and now obviously I like the Ruckus and bits and pieces, which is a lovely plane to fly. But I had this Acro Watt because Keith said to me, you know, well, your acrobatics is probably better than your flying. So and to go back as well to that Saab and obviously the Tortuga, that is a 3D jet. So you see these 3D flying planes, and it's like a 3D flying. So you know, one, you get a sexy plane, two, you possibly get a jet or an EDF, and whatever 4, 3, 4, 5, whatever. It's well of a time with it, I'll tell you. Anyway, so we're going to spray that now. I had this in the hangar, when it was a little hangar, and I wanted to spray it. Now I use things like I can actually reach over here. Now there's this thing called Hobby Coat. Once again, let's see if I can get that in shot. Hobby Coat, there you go. It's even got a bit of green screen on it. Green screen comes free. Hobby Coat. Now, the trouble with Hobby Coat is good, but it's a bit like putting jelly coating in my eyes. Whether I didn't mix it up properly or whatever else. So when it kind of knocked it, it kind of like had a tear, and then you pull it, and it would come off like a face mask, like a, like it put it off. So that's not what I wanted to do. So I ended up pulling all that off. I used some spirits stuff that doesn't eat the foam to wipe it all down, and then I was gonna spray it, and then you've got these things here, which is if I you're not gonna see that. What's that? Look at that, invisible. It's the new invisible Minwax. I want to see if I get this in shot. This is funny. Hang on, is that polyacrylic? That is so funny. I think it's where it's green. Invisible ink. It's live on Dad's RC Hangar. It's true because I've got a pot. It's water based. Minwax water based polyacrylic protective finish. That's the stuff. And you use the little foam brushes. So if I sort of like rub it all down, you can also use. And no, this is not. I'm not here to sell stuff for people. This is Foam Tac foam filler. Once again, I don't know if I can get that in shot. There you go, Foam Tac foam filler. So if there's any digs and dents, you just fill them out, sand them down, and then we give it a coat of the invisible ink. And then once we do that, we can then spray it. Now there's this spray paint that I've actually found, and I wrote it down again, and it's called RC Styro Color. RC Styro Color. Now it's expensive. It's about £5. Sorry for the what is it actually using for foam? What are you using foam core? I don't know what foam core is, but foam core. But Minwax is meant to be. Minwax is good. I mean, because it gives that toughened edge. So I mean, I've tried a bit on a plane, and it's cool. I mean, you're going to get hanger rash from foam anyway. Yes, it's hard, but a little fingernail or especially in here. I mean, when I'm moving about bits of wood or something, I'll bash a plane, and then I'll be looking at it thinking, oh God, another little dent, another little lock. But I mean, the good thing about the Warbirds is I've forgotten his name now. I do apologise if he sees this. He probably won't. James from Motion RC. He come up with a really cool idea. Is that if you've got like a dent in a Warbird or something, just get a soldering iron or something different and make it look like it's a bullet shot. And then we do a bit of airbrushing, and then it looks like it's had a few bullet shots. So running off. So we're going to spray that anyway, and make a nice colour. Now, obviously, being British, I want the red, white, and blue on there. We're going to make it look like I think like a bulldog or something. I don't know. I'll see if I can pick it up. It's probably good. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Here we go. There she is. Look at that. So that's, there you go. That is going to be that's going to be our spraying project. To see what we can do. Now I did want to get another airplane that has eluded me. That it's really annoyed me actually. I'm going to have a look. But yeah, we're going to spray that. We're going to go for that. Let me see. I'm going to look on here because there's another plane that I really want, which is the Freewing F4D Phantom, 90mm EDF. That's a lot of money. But I don't know if about the States and that. But in my childhood in England, you had like this. You had this jet, and you used to land it on a ship. I can't remember what it's called, from my childhood, and it's the colour scheme, which is the Royal Navy pilot scheme, and it's a lovely. But I'd love to have enough money to buy that and spray it. But this is my tester, so that's spraying. So I'm just wondering if Iran was using foam under the glass or a mold. Pass. Don't know what that means. What else have we got here? Is there anyone else? I haven't seen it. It doesn't really tell me if there's anyone else in the room. I don't think so. I mean, we're pretty... how many people have we actually got? I can say on my phone, I think. We've got 3 people. Well, I said if I had more than one, I'd be happy. Hopefully down the line, people might want to come and see my madness. So anyway, we've also got like a little compressor in a hangar. We've already got. It's a good thing about sitting in the hangar. I can reach everything. We've also got some lovely spray guns. I used on. What did I use on the Navy Cub and the Hobby King Navy Cub that I had that crashed and burned. I painted the undercarriage, which is pretty cool. I mean, I saw a video today of the Petronic brothers, are they? I can't remember. Captain Blaz and Captain something else. My brain goes. It's terrible. It really is. And they've crashed 2 planes recently in exactly the same area. Now, I have crashed 2 planes also, which is the Cub and what's that you say? Ian, not RN, driving and writing. Oh, okay. What are you doing? Typing and writing, driving. You hero. You should be driving though, because you know you might crash or worse. You know the police might put it away. And I don't know about in America, but in the UK, if you're on your phone, that's a no-no. I think you lose your license for that. What's that? On wooden. I don't know what you're saying. It's verbal. It's all good. It's all good though. Anyway, so where was we talking about? I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what's going to come up. You know, I'm going to try. I mean, there's not many of us, but I'm going to try and do a giveaway anyway, because it's just nice to do that. Oh, also I forgot about this. Yeah, I've sprayed my little 3D printer. If I can get that in focus. Come on, get in focus. Is it going to get in focus? Is it? Is it? No. Come on. Hang on, let's surprise it. Boom. Are you at work? Okay. Oh, it's in focus. Look at that. Now, I've actually sprayed that. It's not a totem pole. It's my little 3D print Dad's RC hangar thing. Yay! I'm going to spray paint this airbrush. And I'm going to camo and bits and pieces. But yeah, so we could, you know, I'm going to also put it in I'm going to print a rotary engine, just the fascia of it. And do something, you know. I know probably a plastic Dad's RC hangar thing is not exactly the best giveaway, but we can look at it. I mean, you know, I was chatting with Ian. Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, you guys chat amongst yourselves. That's fine. You know, I'll just sit here and, you know, just mooch about and stuff. It's actually quite hot in here now with these lights. I'm going to put my little fan on. Look at this, the world's smallest fan. You can't see it, but I'm going to turn it on and cool off, because it was kind of cool in here. I've had it's in the UK. It's quite warm. bring it on. Oh yeah, that's good. Hopefully it's not going to make too much noise. So what was that? So what's that? Me and Furbo are having a chat about glassing airframes. Ah yes. No. You crack on. I mean the whole thing about my videos and the forum and everything else is everyone interacts. I mean, I'll just waffle on until your ears fall off. Don't worry about me. I mean, it's the great thing about bringing people together. There's so many, there's so many videos out there and people that says that, oh look, I built a plane and here it is built, and let's go see if it flies. Yeah, it flies great, and then that's it. When it's like, well, what about that, and what about this, and how do you connect that? So this is more sort of like, sort of like a community that to watch me make a fool of myself, but also to speak to each other. So, William Ross, hi, welcome to the Nutty Zone. This is the one word for it. I mean, I was waffling on. Yes, I waffle. I tell you what, when I make my videos recently, they're about 2 hours long, and I have to try and squish that down to half an hour. I really try and say, look, this is how we're going to connect this, and I'll do this. And I even spend some time before to say, right, what am I going to do here? I don't want to bore everybody. I want to make it interesting. But trouble is, especially with the Mustang, we come up with so many detailed things that weren't correct, and so many problems like Mr. RC Sound that should have worked and then didn't. And if anyone's just joined us, which you have, William has, hello. The Emotion RC is sending me a new one, which is arriving tomorrow. I was hoping it'd arrive today, but I wouldn't have had time to stick it in the plane, the Mustang anyway. So we get that sorted out. I mean, that Mustang, I don't know if it's the steel aluminium undercarriage. It just, and the size of the wheels, it's a lovely plane. About this plane behind me, that's not really in my hangar. I know it's not in my hangar, but wouldn't it be cool, to be sitting in a real big hangar full of aeroplanes, and these are all my aeroplanes. I guess that's there's a couple of people out there in the world that are multi-billionaires, and I can't remember his name. And I know he's got a Spitfire engine on a dolly, and he's got a ton of aeroplanes, all his, and it's just like a Dad's RC hangar. So, but today it's Dad's RC Hangar Studio, the first live show. Hopefully you'll want more live shows, and it won't be just me rabbit and waffling on. We'll actually do some live shows building stuff. It is a bit harder, I suppose. I've got myself a little screen up there so I can actually see that I'm actually doing everything correctly. I mean, how did you hear that? I don't know if you got here in time for the funky music. I don't know. I had a bit of funky music going on, and I was getting right into it. In fact, where is it? We'll play it on the. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll play it before we go. So, who else? Have we got any more people here? I don't know if we got any more. Let's have a look. I have to look at my phone. This software doesn't tell me how many people have turned up. It doesn't tell me on there either. It just tells me I've got 5. There's 5 people in here. 2 minute lag between what we type and you read is killer. Yeah, now I don't know what that is. I don't know why there is lag. I mean, when I had like an intro and then like a countdown clock, just to let you know that I was about to start, and I found it was 30 seconds behind. Even now, I'm talking on my laptop, and then I've got a screen that's kind of meant to be live, and it's lip syncs really out. So I'm not sure whether it's YouTube, where I'm like a little person in YouTube. I haven't got 1 billion followers, so they'll say, well, give them a bit of space, let them do a couple of videos or something. I don't know. That's really interesting to know that, really, though. So I will watch them. I don't know what are you saying now. What's that? Music was like waiting in a cinema for a film to start. Exactly. It is. I've got a license to play music on YouTube for certain songs and certain things and bits and pieces, and silly little things really. But it was like first of all I was going to play some chitter chatter like on an airplane terminal, and then I thought, well, no, we're sitting here, have a coffee, a bit of rumba going on, it's feeling good, there's so much horrible crap going on around us, let's face it, that we need a bit of cheering up, we need a bit of a laugh. So I thought that would laugh. So we'll have what is the next plane going to be? William's missed it, hasn't he? William was. I was thinking elevator. It was actually. I think what it is. It's. I can't remember what it's called now, but it was coffee shop or something. I don't know what it was. It reminded me of very sort of 60s, 70s. You know, sort of elevator music. Anyway, but we'll do. So, Alex Edmonds, hi. How you doing? How you doing? That's a really cool hat. Where do I get one? You want one of my hat? I have my hat, so I have to hide my lockdown haircut because I didn't know if the glare would be too bad for the camera. Where to get the hat? Well, I haven't had I got a friend of these got them made for me who makes our work t-shirts for our company. So we could give away hats. Yeah, we'll do a giveaway next one. But back to William Ross, our next aeroplane. Well, I want it to be. He hasn't seen this, so we'll show him, shall we? If I can find my mouse, it's squeaking around here somewhere. It could be the was it Tortuga? It could be this one. This could be the next plane. If I can go and earn some more money, I'd prefer it to be this one. But that's a bit out of my penny range. But the next plane build that we're getting on to, we're going back to our ZOHD Extreme, which is our FPV. I've been waiting to get all the bits and pieces, the aerials and the iNav and lots of other things. So that's going to be our next build. So FPV experience plane. It's a lovely looking thing. It looks like a spaceship. I've got it up there, but I'll probably get it and it'll fall down. So, but that's the next one we're going to be building. We printed off some 3D parts that I showed earlier on. That's all going to be out of focus. Yeah, there you go. That's going to hold the transmitter, the image transmitter, video transmitter. So yeah, that's going to be in the next plane build. Also, as William and whoever else has popped in, Mr. RC Sound, RC guy, is Mr. RC Sound that didn't work. Motion RC, cool people, are sending me a brand new one in a box that'll be here tomorrow, and I'll send the old one back. As I say, you know, I rabbit on about Motion RC. There is motionrc.com. It's in America. Motionrc.eu, which I think is in Belgium. Is it? I think it's Belgium, somewhere like that. Anyway, but great bunch of guys, and they're always there for you. Yeah. So we will be finishing the Mustang because we still got to video the old prop going round, and it's a huge prop. I mean, it's huge. I mean, get my fingers in that would hurt. So bit of balsa. Yeah, I would like to build a balsa plane. I mean, I did as a kid. I built a Spitfire. And I think the stuff that I put on it was, I can't remember the paper. You put paper on, I think it was called dope. That you brushed it on the paper and it tightened up overnight, and then you paint it. And that had all the ribs and everything, and it was a lovely, lovely Spitfire. What scale it was, I don't know, but it was about, a wingspan must have been 0.5 metre. Wasn't that big. And yeah, my brother, God bless his soul, was no longer with us. He sat on it. So it was like, alrighty. It wasn't an RC plane. I think it was actually a rubber band plane. It you know, you could wind it up, but it was never. I don't think it was ever meant to fly. It's just the enjoyment of building it. So that's definitely on the cards. I would love to build a balsa plane. I mean, maybe that'd be something to do. I mean, that would maybe be something I would do, and then maybe time lapse it, because it would bore the hell out of everyone. I think, because it, you know, I'm not the daintiest of persons. To, you know, the precise. That's my audio just falling over. Let me pick up my mic. Hang on. It's oh, hello. Did that make a big noise? Look at this. There we go. Back in the room. Things happen live. We're live. Yeah, we're talking about balsa planes. Tissue paper and dope back in the day. There you go. It was tissue paper and dope. And it used to be great. You know, used to paint it on, and it used to go like, you know, see through, and you could see all the ribs and all the wood. It was brilliant. And then it would dry, and it'd be like a little drum in the morning, and then you paint it, and it was fantastic. It was almost like the real thing. I think the first Spitfires was it the Spitfire or the Hurricane? I think the Spitfire was the metal plane, wasn't it? And the Hurricane didn't they have? Wasn't Hurricane wood and material? I should know actually, because I went to Biggin Hill Museum, which was fantastic, and sat in a Spitfire, which is the highlight of my life. I'll have to stick some pictures on the forum and bore you. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not the smallest person, and I got to sit in my Spitfire. That was a tick off the bucket list. That was from my lovely wife, who was a present. Unfortunately, I'm too heavy to go up in a plane in the Spitfire. I need to lose a few stone, I think, from what they were saying. It's quite embarrassing when you say, "Oh God, yeah, I'm going to save up to fly in there," and they'll say, "Yeah, well, you need to lose some weight as well." Obviously, they don't say it like that. They say it nice, but yeah, like that's going to happen. But yeah, so that, yeah, most definitely, William. Balsa, that, yeah, you know, we can look at, there's some kits out there actually that are not that mega expensive. I don't think I could measure and build it that way. I'd have to have a kit that you pop out, and I'd have to get a little toolkit. Oh, I've got screws hanging out there as well. They were screwing the little temporary desk. I think I'd have to get the little sort of like file, and I know I've got some blades and bits and pieces, but I think I would, yeah, that's something definitely, yes. I mean, you know, if you know, I think you're on our forum, William. You know, if you can suggest, then please do. But yeah, so that's definitely down the pipeline. It was wooden was a Hurricane. Good. I'm glad I didn't embarrass myself then. Excuse me. Oh dear, live again. But you notice that, I mean, sitting in a Spitfire was a dream come true. It's fascinating, and that's when I actually found out about the tail. You've got like a mini, well, you've got a mini rudder that inside the rudder, and I never knew that, and it's just for trimming, the trimming rudder, or whatever it's called. So apparently they're in the ailerons as well. But anyway, so that's yeah, that's another story. As I say, I'll just waffle on all day telling you about my experience. But we're here for the RLC experience now. I started to make this site just why I can talk about it now, because I was trying to build planes, and there wasn't anybody out there that told me how to do specific things that I wanted to do. And it was like, you know, there was too many. Here's the plane. Let's get it built and flying, which I understand, you know. And as my brother now, and my younger brother tells me that. You know, I should actually fly some planes, which I'd love to do. But I mean, I've got a lot better on the sim now. I'm a lot more sort of dainty, not so, let's turn left, let's turn right. You know, which I was doing with the live planes as well. Yours, Keith, you know, it was a nightmare for him. But I've learned to be a bit more, you know, gentle is the word I'm looking for. So, yeah. So when I forget the weather and we're on lockdown, we're going to be taking loads of planes out there, so you'll be actually see what they're like. I mean, I want to see that Mustang. I mean, you know, we've got this big, as you can't see now, but we've got the Tiger Cat, and it's the FMS Tiger Cat, and that is huge. I mean, I've got, once I've built all these, I need to go back to these because I've not finished them, because obviously I started these videos. But I mean, the cowling on each is like this, you know, and it's the tri-propeller, and that looks awesome. It's just like, oh, wow, big plane. And apparently, from people that have been talking to me, that the Tiger Cat is almost like a trainer plane. It is so easy to fly. And if you're a scale, I mean, when I take off, I like to take off scale. I do like to be almost pretend I'm in the plane. You know, fly it like you're meant to fly it. You know, sort of like, you know, nice and scale and everything else. Obviously, you know, you have a bit of muck about and you do some, you know, acrobatics and bits and pieces, but. Yeah, I mean, talking about scary things, as we were talking about, Ian Brooks has got a helicopter. I think he's shown it on the forum. He was talking about scary. I mean, some of them ones that actually do the acrobats with the helicopter, and it zips here and zips out. Oh, that scares the hell out of me. That is so not me. I mean, 3D flying, I mean, I don't know. I think that's not me really either. Might be a bit of fun to have it floating past you, and then you just grab it and put it down. But I'm more of a scale flyer. That's why I love my warbirds, as you can see. And I've got my red arrows up there. I mean, that needs to be the hawk. That needs to be looked at by you guys, so you can see that is a must-have, I think. You know, they do the American side as well, which are called the Blue Angels. Are they called the Blue Angels? I think I do follow them, but my chat seems to stop, or is no one chatting now? Let's have a look here. I'd like to know if I'm still live. But I think so. There's 5 people still here. 5 people. Fantastic, and I appreciate as well everyone across the pond, because it is 11 o'clock midday. It's coming up to 6:45 here. Oh my God, we've been going for 45 minutes. I thought I'd be going for 5 minutes. It'd be just a quick chat and hello and see you later, because I thought, well, you know, wouldn't really know what to talk about. But it was just about up and coming. So let's just talk about just quickly again. So we've got the Zod HD, the FPV plane. That's the next on the agenda. I need to get it built. There's a lot of electronics in there. They can all do 3D beams. Blue Angels. Oh, here we go. You fly 3D before you hit the ground. Yeah. Now I start rabbiting on. I'll go off on a tangent, and I'm going on a tangent again. I was talking about Captain Blouse and Captain Robert. That's it. And Jolie, how are you doing? Oh, yes. Oh, wow. How you doing? Yes. I also play a game called Anarchy Online. I have done for many years. It's still a bit of me killing me. I still love it. And yeah, Jolie, you used to play. I don't think you play anymore, but follows the channel anyway. You should get into aeroplanes. Get into a bit of RC flying, or get some quadcopters or drones, if you like to call them drones. They're all drones, but anyway, good to see you. Good to see you here. Thanks a lot for visiting. So anyway, we've gone back. So they their last couple of videos, they've had a couple of crashes which are exactly the same spot, and I've had the couple of crashes in the exactly same spot as well on the field, 2 of the planes, and because I've got enough, haven't got enough height. It's done a bit of 3D flying and gone to the ground and smashed the nose, and it's twice it's done in the same spot. So you know, I've been trying to, you know, I always thought that it was, you know, someone didn't want you flying. I mean, we're allowed to fly there. We pay we all put together money to pay rent for the flying field. But you think that someone's got a little radar or something, you know, knocking your planes out of the sky, saying, "Oh, I'll teach you to make noise." But you know, we was actually talking about 5G, 5G. The 5G that everyone's talking about. Is it 5G that's knocking about the sky? Is it? I don't know. Is it a satellite or something? But it's just really weird. I mean, they had 3 crashes in the same place, and it was 3 different types. I think they had an orange, an FR Sky, and another one that illusion, a Spectrum. They had a Spectrum receiver. So they had 3 receivers, and they had 3 crashes, all in the same spot. How random is that? Obviously, the range test was fine. You know, it was just this particular part of the field, almost like it's got an invisible corridor. I always said, wouldn't it be good if you put some glasses on and you can see all the radio waves and everything else. I mean, it'd probably be pretty scary, you know, the amount of radio waves and satellites. You know, God knows what else we do with phones and you know, finding a way there and bits and pieces. Microwave from the cell phone. Yeah, it could be a lot of things. I mean, I would really like to know. I mean, when I've been flying, it was from a buddy. I was buddy boxing at the time, and unfortunately, I was flying low. I mean, I don't know if it's me where I'm just blind. You know, I mean, I can see. I mean, if I take my glasses off, I can't see. I couldn't read over there. I can't even read on there. So, you know, I'm kind of getting blind, really, getting old, maybe. I don't know, but. I think the worst thing is when I fly, is I like to see the plane. You know, okay, it's great when you're flying and it's on the horizon. I think that's the one of the thing. I get so excited and I lose my concentration. I mean, sometimes, or I concentrate too much. Sometimes you're flying and it's the best way to fly is just feel easy, just relax, just do it. You know, but me, You know, I get all anxious and excited, and suddenly I'm flying an aeroplane. Dead zone, yeah. See, so it looks like many people have got a dead zone. Now, unfortunately, the dead zone on our field. I was going to draw you a picture there. Yeah, if I draw the field like that, now I'm going backwards. The reason I'm going backwards on here is because I flipped the image so you could read the Dad's RC Hangar thing. But if it's kind of like that's the track, so you've got the runway that goes across here, then you go right the way round and you know, do the circuit track. If I come into there, just there is our dead zone. So when I'm flying round, it just dies. Now, obviously, there's nothing to say that I lost transmission. You know, the I've got the lady voice on the transmitter to say, you know, RSSI and all this sort of thing. So it happens in a complete second. So that'd be really, really interesting. What caused that dead zone? Is it a satellite? Now, I said to the guys, I said to Captain Bluz and Robert that, you know, time. You know, when you had this problem, when you know, try and think what time it was. Was it at the same time? I've got a feeling that my crashes were the same time. Excuse me, because if it was, it could be a satellite. It could one satellite that goes around. It could be a spy satellite. Hey, you never know. It could be a spy satellite or a satellite that goes over at a certain time with this big, you know, beam, invisible beam, and you hit that invisible beam. I don't know. You know, we'll start talking about aliens soon. Are they real? I think so. But anyway, we won't go into that. So that's really interesting about the dead zone. That other people have got dead zone. Yeah, everyone's got that dead zone. I mean, what the hell is it with dead zone? I mean, is it DHL or is it Amazon that want to kill all the planes so they can have their delivery drones? I mean, I think all this stuff that's come out with the FAA and the CAA is all to do with Mahula, you know, with Amazon and DHL and UPS or wherever want their drone space so they can do more deliveries. But that's another chat for another day. We don't want to go political. We just want to have a bet. So what else? Anyway, let's talk about planes. What else are we doing? What else? I don't know. I think I've basically gone through what we're going to be doing in the next few videos. So the ZOHD, excuse me, the ZO. Let's have a drink. Hang on, excuse me. So you don't normally see me having a drink because I paused the video. We didn't even show my box. I wanted to show you my box. I think because I'm a bit not really sorted out here, if I get my box, I'm going to end up putting it all over the laptop and everything else. But it's a great box. I love it. It's brilliant. It's a bit wanna do, you know. It's a bit bish bash bosh, but it does the job. Yeah. So I forgot what we was a bit on about now. So definitely there'll probably be another unboxing coming. Probably in a month or so time. I must admit I want to keep it a bit tight with money because we don't know what's going on in the world. It's just a bit of annoying really because you know, I don't know what it is. I mean, I've got these lovely, I tell you what, I've got to show you this. I've got loads of these planes. I can't give them away because I want them. I haven't got the room at the moment in the house to put them. But they're all in here if I get it, and I've got lots of these little planes. Look at that. There we go. Cannot see that. Let's try and get that in shot. Got to get that in shot. Come up there. Oh, there you go. There she is. A little metal Mustang. And that is the North American Mustang P51D. Defense of the Reich. Ooh. And they was. I hope you watched the video. In fact, I hope you watched the video that I put in the description. I think it was the last Mustang build that tells you all about the Mustang and how they come about, and it's a fascinating story. It really is, and how the Merlin engine got put in there and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of these, and I think, you know, the unboxing is the big planes is exactly the same thing. It's the passion. It's the passion of having this little plane, which I've got quite a few of them here in my hangar. So it's not all. It is about flying. Don't get me wrong. I want to fly. And it would help if I could put this plane back in. There we go. But it's the excitement of having that new plane, especially the Phantom. I mean, the Phantom's been a love of mine for a long, long time. And eventually, you know, maybe big scale. Maybe I'll win the lottery and can buy big Mahusive planes that go for like £20,000. You know, which are big scale planes. But for now, I just for the love of planes, and you're quite right, William. Yes, I think I would enjoy making a balsa plane. Maybe I should get that Spitfire again and build it. I don't know. Something to chat about. The Craft King. Wow, hi, the Craft King in the house. Hello there. Wow, look at this. See, this is the trouble. I'm an hour into the video or the live session, and people have started to come in, which is really great. But look out. I mean, if I can't, I've forgotten to put my forum up here, didn't I? Oh dear. It was a little button I pressed and that popped a little forum. But visit www.dadsrchangar.co.uk and join the forum. Yes, it's another little forum, but we'll pronounce stuff on there. We're all sort of getting a bit more of a family, bringing all the world together basically in one place to have a little chat. Yes, there is some brilliant forums like Hobby Squawk from Motion RC. That's a brilliant forum, and then there's some other RC forums as well. But it's good. This is all about this channel, so we'll post on there about some freebie giveaways. I want to give away something. You can't have my small planes though. I might give one away, maybe a double. I've got a double, a bit like school. When I've got a double. What are you going to swap me with a double? Maybe we'll give a double away, and a sort of like yay, Dad's Aussie Hangar. But yeah, the Craft King, that'd be interesting. So 130 is a Mustang plastic kit. Listen to the waffle. You're building a kit. Well, post it on the forum. We'd love to see that. I've got some I've got some plastic kits that the daughter's brought me, and a friend of mine's brought me some red arrows as well. All plastic kits, which I used to love doing as a kid. I used to love making plastic models. I think this is why I just love building. I mean, I must admit, my brother reminded me, and I said I'd say it on here, that we was at our nan's, just me and him sleeping there for some random reason, and we bought some balsa wood, and his plane flew better than mine. I had to say that because he keeps going on about it. But yeah, but yeah, I've all through childhood I love planes. Any picture I've seen, I've got a plane in my hand. So this is just the next step, and it's really annoying about all this lockdown that we can't get out and fly planes. I do want to put more planes on there flying, whether it be me flying or someone more professional flying, to let you know what the planes are like, because if you've got a couple of $100 or whatever, there's some lovely planes in here. There really is. We'll go through individually the ones that I haven't built on the channel, but you can't beat it. It's that Saturday from the crack of dawn when you get up, and it's the frost, the dew is still on the grass, and you're out there, charging your batteries, getting your tea ready, getting your sandwiches ready, packing all the bits you might think. Then you load the car up, you go down to the field, and all your friends are down there for your club friends. And I think the last summer we had a barbecue. We bought tents, and we had a barbecue. It's a fantastic time. It's a fantastic day. Yes, it can be expensive if you crash. I know this personally. But yeah, we'll go from there. So just to cap off for anyone that's just joined, we are going to do the ZOHD Extreme. We're going to carry on with the FPV. We've got coming up. We've got the Shrike Glider that I want to finish off. Do that. Ride the airways. Ride the what are they called? Aero something. Hot air spirals stuff. And then we're going to do the Craft King. Then we're going to spray. We're going to spray a plane. We're going to spray some foam. Going to be using this RC Styro colour. It's quite expensive, but it doesn't eat the foam. And we're going to make it so it looks pretty cool. So even if you get, I mean, I think we went to a show last year called Wings and Wheels, which is now cancelled this year. And you had a zone where everyone brought their planes so you could buy them, second-hand planes and stuff. You look at some of them, they're fantastic, and you think, I could basically just rub all that down, fill up all the gaps, spray it, and it looked like brand new, and then I get to enjoy my flying. I mean, someone said to me the other day, well, I don't know why you go on about all these little bits of the planes, because once it's in the air, you don't see it. Yeah, but, when it's on the ground, I see it. It's my little model. It's like building a model aeroplane. If you've got a bit of glue, I mean, the glue these days is a lot different from when I had it as a kid. I mean, you got like this little brush or something, like plastic spatula, and you put hardly any glue on and it's solid. But you know, I used to paint the insides of it and all sorts. You know, just with my Airfix model. I used to belong to the Airfix modelling club with Dick Henry, I think it was. Dick Henry, was it? I don't know. I used to do that club, Airfix modelling club. So it's a bit like if you see a bit of glue, you know, it's like, well, it's okay. It's going to be hanging on a bit of string. You're not going to see that, but you know it's there, and that's why I get a bit anal about these sort of things. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to go a bit more about 3D printing. If you haven't got a 3D printer, then it's probably not going to be for you. But it's really handy to build anything. And as you see, for the Mustang, we built a couple of platforms, and the cover for the was a buzzy thing in here. I don't know if it was a fly or a wasp or whatever. But anyway, you know, it helped my little cover for the servo that stops all the cables from catching. How people fly with the Mustang like that, I don't know, because it must sometimes, and then that would be a dead zone. Oh, see you later. Yep, see you later. The Craft King. Cool. Look at that. Someone else popping in today. Very nice of them. And then, of course, William. Yes, we're gonna. You know, if you can point out a nice bolster model kit that you know that you know you've used before. You know, well, why not post some pictures on the forum about some bolster kits that you've made in that? Because the last thing I want to do is buy a bolster kit and it's not really proper. You know, that it doesn't quite fit. But that would be really cool to have that. I'd like, you know, I think a bolster kit would be something like I'd like to build. Would be like a tiger moth or something like that. But anyway, listen, we've been going for an hour. I didn't think I'll be going on for this long, so we'll do this again. I mean, post, you know, let me know if it was totally crap, if it was a bit of fun, if it made you smile, if something else. So maybe next time we'll get a few more people in chat. I mean, you know, we've got the best people here already, but it's always nice to have a few more people because at the end of the day, you never know. I mean, there's people out there that get, you know, sort of they get money for their videos. I mean, well, how cool would that be? I get money from the videos. I could just buy more planes. Wow. But yeah, there's the money from the video, and there's a new plane, and you know, it'd grow, wouldn't it? We'll see. I don't know. But I'm going to see if I can play this now because this, you know, I just let's where is it? Forget about Listen. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Don't forget, we'll be doing the video for Friday, as usual. We'll have to do this. I mean, maybe we'll do another a live session doing something. I don't know. Let me know because obviously, you know, I want you guys and girls to enjoy things as well. So it's good. But now I'm going to go and get some food because I'm starving, or Hank Marvin. So anyway, and yeah, I think that, yeah. No, I thought I was going to say something else, but no. But until then, be safe. Please be safe. If you don't need to go out, don't go out. If you do go out, protect yourself. But if you can't fly, have some fun anyway, building or playing on the sim or whatever. So until Friday.